Good morning. So today I'm going to try to save my Lisa. Now, certain varieties get stem rot due to frost, Orahona, Axe, and apparently Lisa. I didn't know Lisa would get it, but if you see right there, right here, had an interesting life because I got this for $10 because they tried to root it upside down. You could see the roofing tar. I got it from Linda Nickerson at Elk Creek Dragon Fruit. And so she gave it to me for like free or $10, next to nothing. And then there was some damage on the stem, but it had a lot of growth. This is a separate one from the Pattaya Festival, so I'm talking about this plant here. So it's really squishy. I think I'm just gonna get rid of this whole piece and save all the cuttings. So that's gonna be my strategy here. And so I'm gonna show you how to do that today, to get as many decent cuttings off of this thing to save it, because I know that it might survive and do okay. It may not have ruined the core, but I'm looking at the plant. I don't see any new growth, and it's not plumping up at all. It's kind of thinning out, so that indicates it's using its nutrients instead of absorbing or saving water and nutrients. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to leave this funky looking piece alone. It's doing okay, it's rooted, and let's see how many cuttings of Lisa we can get here today. So a cutting like this would be pretty easy just to take. Something like that, not too bad. And what I like to do is cut it right about here. I was reading Paul Thompson's book, and that's kind of how he says to do it. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. So there's one cutting of Lisa. Now here's the second one. Should be pretty easy to take care of. There we go. And again, I did clean these with alcohol. Actually, I used hydrogen peroxide today. So that's key. You don't want to get any diseases or anything or spread them. All right, 2. This is a little one, but it'll do okay. 3. This one's thick. All right, 4. And this one long one is really crooked, so I think I'm gonna have to make it like this. I'll show you what I mean about the crooked one in a second. Again, this is just something that happens. Certain varieties, when it gets cold, they rot at the stem. This could have been because it had a hole there and it was upside down and not treated properly from the start. But this is the second plant, Axe, in our garden. Got it. And this is Lisa that got rot at the stem. And keep an eye out on Orahona, my friend that lives about 15 miles away. He's in a little bit colder region. He had about a 4-year-old plant that got rot at the stem, Orahona. All right, so this last one, let me show you why I didn't try to save one long piece. But it's because it's really, really crooked. But it'll still take, I think, so we'll see. I'll give it a shot. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of Lisa, and a good idea is you always want to label it, so that way you don't get your varieties confused. So I use a Sharpie, so it's kind of running out of ink, but it's gonna work okay. And then my friend does a line like that. I thought that was a good idea, so that way you know which way to go down. Other people do an arrow. So let these sit out for a week or so, and then I'll probably just put them in potting soil with rooting hormone. I tend to like that method. Now, interesting enough, my friend of mine, before I do this, I'll show you that this remaining piece I'm gonna pull out and get rid of all the roots and throw it away. But here's a strategy I saw that was pretty cool that I'm interested to try more, is that I have a friend, Danny Loftus, and he likes to take his cuttings and cut them at like a 45 here on the tip. Something like that. So I'll do half of them like that, and half of them I won't, and we'll see if there's a difference. But he says that that's something that works really well, and you get a lot of more rapid growth here. So he cuts them at a 45 again, so the water doesn't sit on the top and rot them. So this funky one, I'll do 2. There we go. All right, so I did half I tipped the new fresh cuttings out of 45 on half of them, just like that, and half I did not. So there you go. That's what you do, in my opinion, when you have stem rot. Some people may try to cut this out and save it, but to me, I can just tell that the plant itself is not happy because it's just so rotted here. It's really squishy and it's just no good. So, yep, I don't think it would have survived. It's definitely rotted out. Okay, all right, there you go. That's how you do save a dragon fruit variety that has stem rot, and this one was Lisa. Okay, give us a like, subscribe, take care, have a great day.